What's going on, y'all? Today we're gonna do a quick little review on my rig. I've been getting a lot of questions about my setup and this Swamp Runner mud motor kits and if they're worth a crap or not. So I figured I'd do a quick little pros and cons review video on it. So let's just get right to it. This is the Swamp Runner mud motor kit. This is the kit. Got a huge long shaft on it. And honestly, man, I love this kit. A lot of people talk about, they put them together and they don't run right and they jump out of the water. Man, I slapped this thing together and I haven't had any problems with it. So for me, I'm really impressed with the quality. I just greased them up. This is the kit right here. This is what you're gonna get: the shaft, the metal, the motor mount, and then your throttle handle. That's really the kit. And then you buy your own separate straight shaft motor. Now they got all kind of different straight shaft motors. They got Harbor Freight, they got Honda. This one happens to be a Duro Max. It's just some Chinese crap. Honestly, it's not too bad though. I haven't had any problems with it. But let's just start out with a pro. What really got me looking at these things are the price. I mean, compared to an outboard motor, this is a 16 horsepower. I mean, you compare that to a 16 horsepower outboard motor. I mean, an outboard is gonna cost you $2-3 grand. This right here, this whole setup cost me right at $800. So that's really gonna be a pro for me as a price. They are affordable and they're pretty durable. I mean, they don't have a water pump, they don't have any of that. They're an air cooled motor, so less maintenance. They're pretty durable, man. So I got this Swamp Runner $800, but it does have some cons. One being it doesn't have reverse. So if you think you're gonna need reverse, this ain't gonna be you. Me, honestly though, it hasn't bothered me too much, because if I want to go in reverse, I just jump on the trolling motor and go in the reverse. Hold on, let me shut my truck door. So yeah, it doesn't have reverse. Another thing that I didn't realize when I got it is when you crank the motor up, it doesn't have an idle really. When you crank that motor up, your prop's gonna be continuously spinning. Whether you're giving it gas or not, this prop is spinning. So if this is in the water and the motor's running, you're gonna be moving. There's no like just idling and standing still with the motor running. That is kind of annoying. But it's not that big a deal. It's not too bad. So yeah, that's gonna be a con. Doesn't have reverse. It doesn't really idle. A pro though, it being with having this long shaft, air cooled. I mean, it says it in the name, man. Swamp Runner mud motor, man. You take this thing in the swamp, take it in the mud. If you're a duck hunter or a gator hunter, this is exactly what you want right here. It does exactly what it's made to do. Go in the mud, go in the swamp. You can go places that a typical outboard can't go. So I'm gonna have to say that's definitely a pro. Being able to go where other guys can't, especially if you're hunting and you're trying to race to that duck hole. Buddy with the outboard, he's gonna get stuck and you're gonna just whiz right by him. So that's definitely a pro. Another con, I'm trying to think of a con. Oh, another con, this thing does have a long shaft on it, and you see, I got the shaft in the boat and I got the handle sticking out. I mean, this is gonna be how you're gonna have to ride down the road with it. I would not recommend riding with that shaft sticking out. You're gonna have some problems. So yeah, you're gonna be spinning this around. Hold on, I'm gonna spin it around real quick. You're gonna be spinning this joker around a bunch. And if you got a bad back, you might not you might not want this. Hold on, let me set the camera down for a second. Spin this guy around. Yeah, so this is how it's gonna sit in the water. But if you got a bad back, this thing does get kind of annoying, especially when you're sitting in the water and you're standing on the boat and, you know, the waves and being in the water, and then you got to bend over and spin this whole thing around. That does get tiring on your back. You know, an older guy with a bad back, I would be like, you might not want this. But, you know, a young guy like me, it ain't no problem. So that's going to be a con. Another con is probably this right here. You know, you gotta DIY some sort of tie down to keep your, you know, to keep it sitting up like this. If not, your handle is just gonna fly up and the shaft's gonna fly into the water, and your motor is gonna be literally vertical behind your boat like it's about to fall in. So you really do have to DIY this and make some sort of tie down. And yeah, you're gonna pretty much, this is definitely a necessity. This does not come with the kit. You gotta rig something yourself. I just got one of these cleats from the side of my boat right here. You see, there's one over there. I just took it off right here and just screwed it down to my deck. And got some parachute cord. And, you know, it seems to work pretty good. But, you know, if you don't feel like doing all that, then that's gonna be a con. Me, I like working on stuff like that, so no big deal. Pro, cheap, go up in the swamps, less maintenance than an outboard. You know, a typical outboard, you know, water pumps are always going out and stuff. This is an air-cooled motor. I think I already said that, but you ain't got to worry about all that, so less maintenance. Yeah, they're really cool. They're perfect for John boats, man. I mean, I wouldn't see me getting, you know, this is a 14 by 36 John boat, and honestly, oh, there's a car coming. Don't mind them. This is a 14 by 36 John boat, and, you know, I don't see myself spending, you know, $3 grand to put on a $300 boat. You know, this is $800, cheap. You know, it's gonna get me where I want to go. You know, for hunting and fishing and all that. You know, yeah, it's not an outboard. The speed on them, yeah, they're not as fast as an outboard. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I think this will go about 19, 20 miles an hour. So you're gonna lose a little bit of speed compared to an outboard, but you're gonna get it back by getting into some tighter places than you would an outboard. Another con is they are loud. You know, this sounds like a freaking lawnmower on the water. You know, there ain't no, it sounds like a lawnmower with straight pipes on it. It's really loud. So you're gonna be turning heads. You know, it kind of bums me out because, you know, you want to go hunting. Shoot, you go up in the, I haven't took it hunting yet, but I'm kind of expecting, you know, pulling up in the duck hole, and all the ducks freak out when they hear this thing. So might have to turn the motor off a little bit ahead of time and ease on in with the trolling motor. But yeah, it's a cool setup. I fish on it a lot right now. I have yet to hunt it out of it, but subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing a lot of hunting out of this boat come hunting season. So yeah, come check it out. This is the Swamp Runner kit. There's a couple different other ones. I think there's a beaver tail and a mud skipper. This is the Swamp Runner. You know, this is the best kit out of all of them. From doing my research, this is the best kit. I've had zero problems with this kit except for this handle. The throttle handle, it came with a rubber, it had a rubber little handle on it, and it kept sliding off. Wait, I think it might be in my boat. No, it's not in here, but yeah, the handle kept sliding off, and that was the only complaint I have on them. I've heard a couple other people complaining about that. So what I got here, I just got a little GoPro mount when I attached my GoPro up here, and then I just got it behind my handle, so when so it doesn't slide all the way back down. And it seems to be working pretty good, so I'm just gonna leave it at that right now. It does come with a kill switch. I just have been too lazy to hook it up, you know. Other than that, you know, 800 bucks, you know, cheap, get you where you want to go. I just hope this gives y'all, you know, a little bit of information, and, you know, maybe make y'all, give y'all, oh, I'm stuttering. Maybe it'll give y'all some information to see whether or not y'all might want to get one. They're really cool. They're fun to drive. A little bit different than an outboard, but, you know, for the price, I think they're worth it. You know, I hope y'all enjoy. I think I'm gonna wrap it up right here. I might cut in some of me riding a little bit to let y'all see how it goes. So yeah, like and subscribe to the channel. Y'all see me hunting on it this year. I hope y'all enjoy. Y'all have a good one.